The New Economic Policy. Section. The Greatest Miracle of All. What talk can there be of a new policy? God grant that we manage to stick to the old policy if we have to resort to extraordinary measures to abolish illiteracy. That is obvious. But it is still more obvious that in the military and other fields we performed miracles. The greatest miracle of all, in my opinion, would be if the Commission for the Abolition of Illiteracy were completely abolished, and if no proposals, such as I have heard here, were made for separating it from the People's Commissariat of Education. If that is true, and if you give it some thought, you will agree with me that an extraordinary commission should be set up to abolish certain bad proposals. More than that, it is not enough to abolish illiteracy. It is necessary to build up Soviet economy, and for that, literacy alone will not carry us very far. We must raise culture to a much higher level. A man must make use of his ability to read and write. He must have something to read. He must have newspapers and propaganda pamphlets, which should be properly distributed and reach the people and not get lost in transit, as they do now, so that no more than half of them are read, and the rest are used for offices for some purpose or other. Perhaps not even 1/4 reach the people. We must learn to make use of the scanty resources we do possess. That is why we must, in connection with the new economic policy, ceaselessly propagate the idea that political education calls for the raising the level of culture at all costs. The ability to read and write must be made to serve the purpose of raising the cultural level. The peasants must be able to use the ability to read and write for the improvement of their farms and their state. Soviet laws are very good laws because they give everyone an opportunity to combat bureaucracy and red tape, an opportunity the workers and peasants in any capitalist state do not have. But does anybody take advantage of this? Hardly anybody. Not only the peasants, but an enormous percentage of the communists do not know how to utilize Soviet laws to combat red tape and bureaucracy, or such a truly Russian phenomenon as bribery. What hinders the fight against this? Our laws? Our propaganda? On the contrary, we have any number of laws. Why then have we achieved no success in this struggle? Because it cannot be waged by propaganda alone. It can be done if the masses of the people help. No less than half our communists are incapable of fighting, to say nothing of those who are a hindrance in the fight. True, 99% of you are communists, and you know that we are carrying out an operation on these latter communists. The operation is being carried out by the Commission for Purging the Party, and we have hopes of removing 100,000 or so from our party. Some say 200,000, and I much prefer that figure. I hope very much that we shall expel 100,000 to 200,000 communists who have attached themselves to the party and who are not only incapable of fighting red tape and bribery, but are even a hindrance in this fight. End section.